You think you had a tough day? Try being a Donnelly. You remember them, right? Sean, Kevin, Jimmy, and Tommy? With them, every day was trouble. Like yesterday, after killing the head of the Italian mob and the head of the Irish mob, Tommy and Kevin had to get rid of Louis, the Italian bookie, who Jimmy had killed and left in a dumpster. Reason being, Jimmy was mad at the Italians because they beat up Sean and put him in ICU. But they only did that because Jimmy and Kevin had kidnapped Louis in the first place to pay back Kevin's gambling debt. Okay, go back a bit to the Irish mob boss. His brother Doki was asking people what happened there, and he didn't use that axe for chopping wood. Meanwhile, Jimmy was in jail about to go into rehab because of the whole stealing the truckload of shirts thing, which is what Tommy told the Italians when he returned the ransom money. At the end of the day, Tommy thought he and Kevin could keep the whole mess a secret. But it's like that old saying goes, the only way for two people to keep a secret is if both of them are dead.
Hey. I got him for you. Don't tell anybody.
Son, if you did something like this, you need to turn yourself into the police. Give yourself a chance to make this right.
Are you saying I won't be forgiven?
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying, Father?
Are you sorry for what you did?
I am.
Before I could even think about giving you absolution, you have to promise before God that you will never do anything like this again. Can you do that?
Tommy didn't need the promise. He already decided there was never going to be a good enough reason to kill anybody again.
Are you saying Tommy Donnelly never killed again? Because if I look stupid to you, I'd just like to know right up front.
That was the plan.
The plan.
Tommy's plan was to make things right with God and save what was left of his soul. The problem was he thought he could do that and still take care of his brothers, which of course was the same plan that got him into all this trouble to begin with, which meant he had to get Jimmy into rehab.
Plead guilty. Hey, Frankie's tight with the DA. You're not gonna do a day in jail.
It's really nice of you and Frankie to take care of me like this. Do I say thank you before I plead guilty or after?
They got a witness, Jimmy. You gotta go away. The only choice you got now is where, jail or rehab.
You think I don't know that you got Frankie to put me in here? And you think I don't know why?
Well, what?
I know what you're doing, Tommy. Let's get off your high horse. You did it. At least be honest enough to say it.
Say what?
Now that Huey's gone, the whole neighborhood's there for the taking. So take it. There's no one in your way, because I'm in here. You're the big shot. I hope it makes you very happy.
Is that really what you think?
You took your shot. At least have the balls to own it.
You know what,
I know about Sal and Huey. I know you did. If you had nothing to hide, why didn't you tell me?
The only way we get out of this is if nobody talks. You understand me? The more people know, the more chance it has of getting out.
I'm not people. I'm your brother.
For the first time in your life, why don't you do yourself a favor then? Why don't you do this whole family a favor? What about Mom? You don't think she sees this? How do you think she feels about her son being a junkie?
Well, you took care of that, right? Because here I am.
I see you, Jim.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tommy. By the way, if you need me, you know where to find me. I'll be right here. I'll be right here, Tommy. Because my scumbag brother will bail me out.
Nobody. Come in. Nobody. Remember we had a long conversation about this? When I said the only way nobody's gonna find out what we did is if you don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody.
You told Jimmy.
You want to fight again, Tommy? It's really gonna help Jimmy. Didn't you see what he looked like in there?
He's a junkie. We bail him out, and 5 minutes later, he's gonna be shooting up again.
Yeah, you think he won't score dope in there?
Not if he doesn't have any money. Did you give him any money? Did you give him any money?
It's real easy for you to stand out here and judge him.
You want him to die, Kevin? Well, leave him where he is. Don't borrow any money. Don't go to a bail bondsman. Nothing. Nothing.
The irony of Tommy trying to keep Jimmy in jail was that growing up, most of his time was spent trying to do just the opposite.
Yeah, hi, Ma. Yeah, I'm with Tommy. What's up?
What's the matter?
I don't know. Slow down, Ma. You're talking fast. I can't hear you.
Kevin, what's going on?
I don't know, Tommy.
Is there a problem with Sean?
I don't know, Tommy. I can't hear Mom because you're talking while she's talking.
Give me the phone.
I'm dealing with
Give me the phone. Ma, it's Tommy. What's going on?
Tommy, they're moving Sean. They keep telling me why, but they keep telling me different reasons. I can't get a straight answer.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'm gonna take care of it.
Now, this call from Mom could not have come at a worse time. It was a reason Tommy wasn't around when Kevin came up with a plan of his own.
How much you think you owe me?
I don't know, maybe 100?
How about 1,800?
That much?
Get dressed. Whatever money you got in the house, bring it with you.
Kevin wasn't the only one with his own plan. Nicky Catero had one too. The boss sent for Nicky because he wanted to know what happened to Sal. Nicky, on the other hand, planned to say as little as possible on the subject.
You know, I say we go back to the city when we have a chance. Man, I can smell a lie quicker than I can smell pasta fazool in my mother's hallway.
No lie. I don't know what happened to Sal. Do you?
No, I don't. But I could guess.
Hey, don't do any guessing, Billy. Don't mention Sal's action. When Aloe offers, you kiss the ring and you say thank you.
Yeah, that's us. A couple of grateful soldiers.
Aloe considered himself something of a ladies' man. Of course, being head of the family, Aloe could consider himself Pope. He wasn't gonna get much argument from anybody.
Hey, guys, out by the pool. I'll be there in a minute. Come on, girls, have a drink. You can change in the other room. Let's go.
Why didn't you tell me that yesterday? We were here all day. Is there somebody else I can talk to?
I gotta take off.
Where are you going?
Diner.
Hey.
Your mom's pretty worried. I was waiting until somebody got here.
Thanks for doing that. Johnny.
Yeah.
You kind of threw me for a loop this morning with all this "it's not gonna happen" stuff. Can we meet up later, maybe talk a little bit?
I don't think so. I gotta get back to work.
Come on, Jenny.
It's hard enough for me to say the first time. I don't want to have to do it again.
All I know is what he looks like, and it scares the hell out of me, Tommy.
Ma, if they move him out of the ICU, isn't that a good thing?
If you ask me, the doctor only said he's stable because they need the bed.
But you really think they would do that?
Yeah, I think they're moving him too soon. They're trying to put him on the 4th floor with the derelicts and the homeless because they're sons of bitches. It's the ward, Tommy.
The ward?
They don't even have doctors up there. They got interns up there.
Okay, then it's a mistake.
They killed your Uncle Harry in the ward. Sons of bitches.
Ma, they're not gonna put Sean in a ward. I'll take care of it.
I know you will.
Okay?
Okay, okay.
Didn't Tommy say that bailing Jimmy out was a bad idea?
You want me to tell Jimmy you said that?
I'd rather you didn't.
How much we got?
Every nickel my grandmother had in the house, $165.
Anybody owe you any money?
Not anybody that would pay.
Joe, you remember when I got pinched last year?
Yeah.
I was looking at 3 days in the tombs if I didn't make bail before midnight. I walked out of that jail at 5 to 12. Jimmy did that. I'm not leaving him in there.
Okay, I got a plan. I know a guy. He needs things.
What kind of things?
Plumbing supplies.
His CAT scan reveals there's no subdural hematoma. His chest x-ray is negative. He's stable, or I wouldn't have authorized to have him moved out of ICU.
But he's still got a lot of pain in his head, you know? He's not feeling good.
I understand your concern, and maybe if we weren't so backed up in the ER, I might be able to keep him in ICU a day or two longer.
Are you saying there's no room for him? Is that why you're moving him?
I said that your brother was medically fit to be transferred, and he is.
No, you say he's being moved to a ward because you're backed up.
Excuse me, I didn't say that. If your brother's medical condition warranted him staying in ICU, I would keep him there.
No, that's not what you just said.
I'm sorry. I've got other patients.
Hey, Shawnee.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. My head's still killing me.
I gave you something for it.
Yeah. Hey, give me a cup of water there, Tommy.
Can I make a suggestion?
Shut up and live.
Okay.
Hesitate, no back and forth. This is no debate. Cash your checks, hurry, get to the store. Don't take long, cause then there might not be no more. Or you could bring on your style, whatever you choose. Always win, never you lose. I'm telling you, dude, understand whatever you do. You gotta get through some of these. You be better than good. Yeah.
Time to go, Joey.
Let's use this one.
That's too heavy. That's the point.
What is?
That it's too heavy.
I knew that.
Hi.
Hi, cash charge.
Cash.
We're plumbers.
Yeah, that would explain the tubs. They're the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. ×2.
According to his records, your brother doesn't have insurance.
Well, it must be some mistake.
Look, as much as I'd like to help, it costs money to run a hospital. People tend to forget that.
I understand. But my brother has insurance.
Nope. According to the union, your brother hasn't worked enough days to qualify.
He's worked plenty. I'll get you the pay stubs.
No, not me. Take him to the union. If they confirm coverage, maybe I can help.
Maybe you can help.
Once the doctor authorizes a patient to leave ICU, I put him where he can afford. There's nothing else I can do.
But you're the one with the final say, right?
No, the doctors have the final say. I'm just the one who facilitates the transfer.
Sure, but if you pick up the phone and you tell ICU to keep him there... Okay. I'll go to the union. But could you at least keep him in ICU until I take care of it?
Look, I told you what I can do. Okay? The way to help your brother is to go get the pay stubs.
I'm starting to feel like an orphan here, Nicky. That's Huey's brother Doki, isn't it? What the hell are the Irish doing here?
Vinny's question was answered earlier that morning.
No! No, no! Ah! Ah!
Now you go tell your boss Allo this happens once a day until I find out who killed my brother. You ginzos all your toes. You understand? Shake your head. Good. Now wrap it up and get out of here.
You know, you Irish, you gotta grow up. There are other ways to take a meeting. I mean, you can use the telephone. They got something called email now. But this kind of garbage, cutting off toes? I mean, what are you looking to do? Start a war?
No, I'm looking to find out who killed my brother.
Well, maybe we could answer that question if we knew what your brother was doing in Sal's basement in the middle of the night.
He was getting killed by Italians.
Who are also dead.
Which is the only reason, Allo, you're still breathing.
Okay, Mick. It's time for you to be careful. You step one way, you walk out of here. You step the other way, and you end up with your brother. Or maybe I end up with Sal, but is that what you're looking for, Dokie, huh? Or are we looking for something better?
What about him? He worked for Sal. How come he's not on a slab with a bullet in his brain?
Why don't you shove it up your ass, Patty?
Why didn't I go shove it up my ass?
Settle down, everybody.
Better rein your boy in. Quick.
You got a point. Could have been Sal going after Huey, although I don't know why he would. And it could have been Huey going after Sal. But then again, that don't make no sense. Or it could have been the Dominicans, the Russians, the Asians, or who the hell else knows what. Here's what I gotta say. We've had nice business together the last couple of years, huh?
Yeah. Because my brother Huey made the peace happen. Now Huey's gone, Allo. And until I find out who killed him, from where we go from here, is nowhere.
Oh, Fensman, I like your brother a little bit better than you. Get me a drink. My head hurts. My knees up here, will you?
What are you guys, a couple of morons?
What?
I'm a plumber.
What's your point?
These are carpentry tools. I can't use any of them.
So you don't want to buy any of this?
I'm not a carpenter.
You know any carpenters?
Did you ever think of taking up carpentry?
You gotta get me out of here. You gotta do something, Kevin.
I tried, Jimmy. All day I tried. I don't know where to get $1,800.
I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the witness.
Witness? What witness?
Frankie told Tommy they got a witness against me.
Yeah?
It's gotta be the truck driver.
Jimmy was right about the truck driver.
Not for nothing, but what am I turning myself in for?
Jimmy, you boost a truckload of shirts, you get seen. That's unlucky. You walk around all day wearing the evidence, I can't feel too sorry for you.
The question was, what was Kevin gonna do about it?
You think?
I know he saw my face when he yanked the matter. I just didn't think he'd be so stupid to identify me. You gotta find the guy.
How am I gonna find the guy, Jimmy? I don't even remember what he looks like.
He's an old guy. In his 50s, kind of tall. All you gotta do is find him. And you gotta tell him to forget what I look like.
How am I gonna do that, Jimmy? Bribe him with money we don't have?
Kevin, don't you see? If they don't have a witness in court to identify me, there'll be no case. They'll have to throw it out. I can't go back to that cell.
I don't even know where to start.
You remember who gave us the tip on the truck?
Yeah.
She'll get you to the truck driver. You have to reason with him. If he doesn't listen, then do whatever you have to do. Please.
Can't do what I can't do, okay? That's it. Mac, come on. All you gotta do is back to this coverage 1/4.
Can't do it,
That's all it's gonna take is 1/4.
Tommy, no. What are you not getting?
It's my brother Sean.
Nothing happens around here without Dookie say so. Tommy.
Mac!
Tommy, look, I like you. I like Sean. I like my toes better. Come in tomorrow, talk to Dookie yourself, all right? I got a thing.
Get the word out. Our business with these Irish stays as is until I say different.
Okay. Allo.
Something else?
Yeah. Now that Sal's gone, you know, God rest his soul. Just wondering how you want me to handle his action.
What makes you think I want you to handle it?
I'm sick.
Where's Louis downtown?
It was a loaded question. Because Nicky beat up Sean Donnelly. And that's what got Louis downtown killed. And that's what got Sal and Huey killed. And if Allo knew about it, the answer was gonna get Nicky killed.
I have no idea where Louis is. Why, you have a problem with him?
His mother's been calling me nonstop. Get that woman off my back. You find Louis, you tell him to call home.
Not a problem.
Okay. Let's see how good an earner you are before we talk about Sal's action.
Well, it's funny you should mention that. It's 30K.
Well, that's a start. Do better. Hey, by the way, where were you that night? Why weren't you with Sal?
Whatever business I had with Huey, he never told me. Otherwise, I would have been.
Okay, I need a new pair of shorts. I thought we weren't supposed to mention Sal's action.
He was waiting for it. Not bringing it up would have been worse.
Did you have to give him the whole 30 grand? I mean, couldn't we gift a little bit?
That bastard wants earners. We're gonna be earners.
Yeah, this is Tommy Donnelly. Show you around.
Need a little help back here, Jenny.
Yeah, okay. Can you give me a call back? It's important. Thanks. Hey.
Hey.
Don't keep it in today.
Nope. You want something?
How about that talk? Jenny?
Yeah.
When I told you I love you, I didn't mean anything. When we finally got what we always wanted. Now we got that, why are you throwing it away?
Because that's what I want.
How's the kid? Your brother, Sean. That's his name, isn't it?
Yes, Mr. Riley. Sean. You know my brother all his life. His name is Sean.
What do you gotta be a wise ass for?
Dad.
What? I asked you something nice.
He's doing great. Thanks.
I can't find those stamps again.
Top left drawer of your desk.
All right. Let's get a move on, huh?
It's on me.
First of all, Jimmy never gave me the $200 for the favor I already done for him.
I told you we never got to sell the shirts.
Doesn't matter.
Somebody stole them
Doesn't
from
matter.
us.
I kept my end of the deal. I could lose my job if they found out. Second of all, I'm not giving you anybody's name. What, you think I'm an idiot? I know Jimmy got arrested. I don't want to be involved in whatever you guys have on your minds.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, right.
Jimmy told me to come see you.
To hell with Jimmy. How's he doing?
He's sick.
Bad?
Pretty bad. He needs to get out. You want another beer?
Up yours.
What are you mad at me for?
Cause, Kevin, you're all the same.
What's the guy's name?
I don't know.
You're a liar. You work with the guy. You know who he is. Joni, you gotta understand we're talking about my brother here. Now, if you're gonna make me choose between hurting you and hurting him, hey, I'm going to hurt you.
Man, this really sucks. I was thinking $200 I was gonna make on this, and you can't even pay me that. Harold McElroy. He lives across the street from Darby's.
man. Somebody gonna bail or what?
Tommy called asking me to bring him a crowbar. I didn't know why he was asking. But when somebody calls and asks for a crowbar, I figure I should bring one.
What's that?
A new air conditioner.
Did you steal this?
No, not really. We live next to this housing development. There were just a few lying around. Could see how hard you work here and how hot it is. We just thought you could use it.
I can't accept it.
I know how tight your budget is when you're working for the diocese.
Listen, this was stupid. And it's too late. Anyway, we've already transferred your brother into the ward.
How you feeling? Pain?
Yeah, my head.
Scale of 1 to 10, how bad?
10. I'm getting him out of here tomorrow, Ma, I promise.
Did you try Doki?
I'm taking care of it tomorrow morning. First thing, okay?
Let's get him some morphine, 40 milligrams.
40?
No, 4. 4 milligrams.
Sorry.
All right. Just try to take it easy, all right?
I can't breathe.
Okay.
What's wrong? What's happening, Sean?
Can you back away from the bed a moment, please? Nurse, I need his pressure on O2 sat.
What's wrong with him,
Relax,
huh?
Sean. Try and relax. I need you to try and relax.
Try and relax.
Sean, I'm gonna give you some oxygen. Slow, deep breath.
98 over 50. It was normal before. Sat's only 88.
Does your son have a history of blood clotting?
What?
Yeah.
Blood clotting.
In the family?
Oh, God, I don't know. Tommy, I
don't know.
Yeah. I have a patient on force crumping on me. I need to get him back into ICU. Yeah. No, now. Right now. They don't have a bed. We have to deal with it here.
You need to get him upstairs and they don't have a bed?
You have to leave now. Call security. Sean. Sean.
Oh, God.
Sean.
Sean.
Step back. Step back. Just before they brought him down.
I need a CAT scan now. Slow. Like that. They need to leave.
Come on. Hey, don't touch me.
Sir!
Sean.
Sir! Your brother may have a blood clot in his lung. If I don't treat it, he could die. There you go. Like that. Slow. Come on. Slow, deep breath. You're getting there. I need some help over here. Can someone start a line, please?
Where are you going?
Right back.
Hey.
Yeah?
You McElroy?
That's right.
You a truck driver?
Yeah.
When you go to court tomorrow, you're gonna testify that my brother wasn't the guy.
Why would I do that? Your brother was the guy. You're Kevin, right?
Never mind who I am. Don't do that. Don't put your hand in your pocket.
Why don't you save us both some trouble? No sweat off anybody's ass. I go in my house. I forget we ever had this conversation.
Hey, what are you doing? I got a pipe in my hand.
Get out of my hallway.
Back off. What are you, crazy? What's the matter with you? Why'd you make me do
I ought to kill you. You son of a bitch. But I won't. I'm going to the cops. And I'm gonna tell them what you did. And you and your brother are both going to jail. You no good piece of...
Damn.
I want my brother back in ICU.
I can't help you with that. I told you. Well, once he's released from ICU, the doctors make that decision, not me. Oh, my God, what are you doing?
You gonna help me?
I can't help you.
You're gonna lose a finger.
No, wait.
Which finger you want me to keep?
What do you want me to do?
How many beds in ICU?
There are no beds in ICU. I am not
How many beds in ICU?
Doctor, cut their fingers off. No, please, no.
You wanna go home with 3 fingers on?
Anything you want me to do. I'll
Get me a bed in ICU.
Please, don't. Oh, please don't.
At that moment, Tommy had promised God there was never going to be a good enough reason to kill anybody again. That was the plan. Too bad Tommy never told Jenny about his plan.
How's he doing?
Still the same?
I tried, Ma. There's nothing I could do.
Tell that to your brother, Tommy.
But making things right with God is an iffy proposition. Sometimes he hears you.
He's gonna be all right.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Oh. How you feeling?
Aside from the fact that I stink, I'm starving, and every bone in my body hurts.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting me out of there. How's Shawnee doing?
Let's go see.
I gotta make a stop first.
Stop?
Yeah.
We're not making any stops, Jimmy.
Somebody died and left you in charge, Kevin?
Come on, Jimmy, you know what I mean. Tommy said you were gonna do this. We're not stopping anywhere.
All right, take it easy.
You act like you just killed a guy for me or something. Truck driver do that?
I'm okay.
See you later.
Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Don't do this. It's just what Tommy said you were gonna do. Jimmy! Jimmy!
I was pretty scared for a second there.
You and me both, pal.
You want something to eat, huh?
I don't think so, man.
Hey. How's he doing?
He's doing great. What happened to you?
Nothing.
I'm gonna get you something to eat. Excuse me.
Hey, Sean. Damn. You look like you got hit in the face with a bat.
Don't look any better.
I know, right?
So where's Jimmy? How come he hasn't come in?
Well, Jimmy's going to rehab for a while.
Yeah. I should tell you about that.
Tell me about what, Kevin?
Well, you know the witness they had against Jimmy?
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. Guy got hit by a bus.
Hit by a bus? Hit by a bus, Kevin? Are you kidding me? What, you think I'm
Maybe
nuts?
Jimmy didn't make it to rehab, but Tommy's brothers were okay for the moment. And let's face it, that was the plan. So Tommy's new plan was to put everything behind him and start over. Should have known better.
Your penalty for a loss of business just went from $1,000 to $2,500. Now that's every week until Louis turns up.
I paid you back $30,000. I saw you gonna get.
Yeah, you did. See, but here's the thing, Tommy. If I don't get my money, I kill you, and I collect from your brother. He don't pay me, I kill him, and I move on to the next brother.
Lucky the man's from a large family.
See you Friday, kid.